Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome. Bear with me here. I'm getting a few things set up. Hey, welcome. Hey, priestess. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm just giving time for people to join. My goddaughter is here. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. How are you doing? And you all, I apologize. I know I'm a little bit late. I'm a little bit late, but it feels good to be back on YouTube. I know today is a little bit different as I'm streaming across multiple platforms. So if you haven't already, make sure you take a moment and go subscribe to my YouTube channel because that's where the real party is. That's where the real party is. And I just want to take some time to invite a few more people. But I know it's been a minute. It's been a minute since I've been on here. If you're joining, say hello in the comments. There's a couple of things that I have coming up that I really want to talk to you all about. And that I'm super excited to bring to the forefront. You're always multitasking, but I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I know that's right. You be working hard. Hey, everybody that's coming in, say hello in the comments. So for today, you all, I'm going to be doing our weekly collective reading. Hopefully now that my schedule load is getting ready to lighten up just a little bit, like I'll have more time to come on live and just like more energy in general because look, I have been tired lately, been extremely tired, but I'm coming back to. Hi, Dej. Hello. Hello to my YouTube family. So another thing that I really want to, hi, welcome. Another thing that I want to talk about. So it's like, and I know that I'm streaming like locally now as well, but for like my local people, I want to tell you all about the Happy Tea House. I think it's called Happy Tea House. I ran into an excellent herbalist the other day. Hey, Kimberly, it's so good to see you here. It's so good to see you. I'll be meeting with you all next week for our class for sure. But this week I feel like we needed a break. But so something that I wanted to talk to you guys about, I ran into this excellent herbalist. I think that he may even have a website, but he runs the Happy Tea House here. So like if you're local, like or if you're in Kansas, you really need to go there. Like he is phenomenal. The way that he operates, his teas are amazing. It's really kind of like you go in and you tell him what your issue is or whatever ailments you have, and he literally crafts, some type of herbal tea or tonic to kind of alleviate what you're going through. So if you guys have time, I'm telling you, go check out the Happy Tea House on Facebook. Like he's phenomenal. He's like one of the best herbalists I've run into locally. Probably the best. So go check him out, you all. Okay. And so I see that we have more people coming in. Hey, you all. It's so good to see you. I've not been on here in a minute. But a few things I want to talk to you all about while we're waiting for more people to come in. Let you all know that even though Valentine's Day has passed, I still have discounts on the love readings. If you book with any of the links below in my description, use the code HER STORY, like HER STORY, HER STORY, to get 40% off of, like, you know, the Touch of Venus love readings. I still have the Ancestral Life Path readings on sale right now for 40% off. And then you can also get your Hoodoo Life Path reading. That's on sale right now. So make sure that you use the code HER STORY. If you go to Botanica Venus, the entire site, all of the spiritual products and things like that are on sale, just not spiritual services. So like if you're looking to book, you know, spiritual work, or you're interested in requesting spiritual work, those services and those things are not on sale. But the entire site, you know, all of the tools, the magical cosmetics, the jewelry, everything's on sale right now for 20% off. So, and that code is applied automatically. So make sure that you guys go to Botanica Venus. Hey, welcome. I also wanted to let you guys know that I still have my class. I have a free class, The Art of War. It was rescheduled from, I think I had originally planned for it to be on the 13th, but the class is going to be scheduled for the 28th. I moved it to the end of the month. For some reason, unfortunately, I don't have the link. I thought that I had all of my links together, but if one of my godchildren are available, if you could drop the link to the free class, that would be much appreciated in the comments at some point. So, but I hope that everybody is doing well. I hope that you all are ready for the weekend. I know I have some really fun things planned for this weekend myself. I don't know how much I'll be outside, but I'll definitely be outside this weekend. So I think we got enough people here. I'm going to go ahead and get started with our weekly forecast, or our weekly reading for the collective. I kind of want to see, I guess we'll start off with like a general message for today, and then we'll get into what we should expect for the next week. So if you're coming in, especially YouTube, Facebook, make sure you share this video, like the video and share. So let's take a look at what the message is for today. I know we have been going through as a collective, like some pretty, I won't say tough, but interesting transits. Astrologically, we've been going through some really interesting transits. You know, right now is really the season of, like, you know, personal development and kind of changing the way that we think. So I really want to take a look here and see like what our message is for today. I'm also going to be taking questions kind of towards the end of it. So if you guys have a question that you would like to ask, you know, let me know. So let's see what the general message for the collective is for today. The message is for the collective for today. Hey, thank you. I wish I knew I could see your name. I forgot to tell you guys, like when you're watching from Facebook, sometimes if your settings aren't right, it'll say Facebook user. But let's see what the message for today is. What is it that we need to know for the collective for today? Y'all are so sweet. Y'all have me on here blushing. I appreciate you guys. Wow. And honestly, just like I said, you know, a lot of people have kind of been feeling, you know, maybe even tired. Some of us probably haven't been getting the best sleep during this time period. But that's getting ready to really shift. I could tell that, you know, what's been going on energetically, you know, it has been impacting, you know, the collective quite differently. But you know, some people have really been in a phase of where you're just kind of reevaluating, especially going like before we reach March or before we get to Aries season. A lot of us have been spending this time kind of still in the process of like figuring out what it is that we want to do in the new year or what our goals are. Um, for those of you who have kind of been feeling, a little bit stuck or maybe even drained, that energy is getting ready to shift. Um, for everyone, some of us have just been going through, a little bit of a hard time, maybe in our relationships. Uh, and also being able to like see relationships and people for what they actually are. Something that you want to be mindful of during this time is like, is betrayal or like conflict within relationships. But it's really important for the collective to kind of be able to see people for what they are, but also be able to self reflect during this time. Uh, and it's very interesting. One of my favorite quotes, I don't know if any of you have heard of her, but Reverend Priestess Oshun K loves to say that whatever happens to you is for you. And that's something that I really believe. I stand firm on that. I understand that in life, sometimes we just have to be grateful for our lessons, whether that be good, bad, happy, sad, or whatever it is, right? So if it it's still a really important time for the collective to take some time and reflect on the things that got us to where we are right now, right? We have the Page of Pentacles present in our reading, and this is somebody who is very much a student. They are consistent on their journey. This is someone who is great at feeling and observing and taking notes and everything. So there's a lot that we can learn from that card. In this instance, there's a lot that we can learn from the Page of Pentacles in terms of taking notes, observing, and learning, and understanding that all of it is playing a role into getting us exactly where we need to be. Okay, the conflict, the good, the bad, the self-reflection, all of these things are really helping us get to a place where we can bring our thoughts, and we can bring our dreams and everything into reality. It is bringing us to a point where we can actually take action on the things that we want and on the things that we are trying to manifest. As my ancestors used to say, they say that trouble don't last always, right? Trouble don't last always. And we also know this to be true in life, because everything happens in divine timing, right? Everything happens in divine timing. Everything that you may run into on your path, it happens in divine timing. Something that's going to be really important, or what the spirits are talking about today, is for us to be more disciplined. For us to be more disciplined. This is discipline in multiple ways, but this is discipline within self. Prayer, meditation, being consistent in the things that we want, even when you feel like the messages aren't coming through. And I'm going to elaborate on this. When you're feeling uninspired, when you're feeling like you're feeling blocked, or the messages and things in life aren't coming through, right? Or things may not be moving in the ways that you want them to be, especially previously, over the past couple of weeks or past couple of months, where you just kind of felt, like things aren't necessarily moving. Some of you may also have been feeling like stuck at work, or feeling a little bit blocked in terms of like work in general, or there's like a lot of nervous energy that some of you all have been dealing with, and the inability to bring things into reality, right? Or to act upon the things that fulfill us during this time. But like I said, we've got the Judgment card here. This further confirms that things, they really do happen in divine timing. Okay. Things really do happen in divine timing. Sometimes it takes us to go through certain things in life until we wake up. It's almost like today's general message talks about a little bit about character development in a way, but not necessarily everything just like being fixed. The message today is actually quite loaded. Okay. So, and sometimes it could be like that when you're doing a massive reading for the collective, but it's very important to understand that, it doesn't last always. It a part of what's happening, and I think that Aquarian energy has a way of doing that, but it's a time of awakening or reckoning. There's a shifting, almost like a shifting in consciousness that's going on, and everybody just kind of has to be able to accept what it is that they're seeing, being able to operate in a place of clarity. And that's actually something I can relate to. This is something that I've been seeing come up in seeing come up in some of my clients' readings and things like that during this time. So this is actually a really loaded message for the collective. So I hope that resonates with you all, because that is the general message for the day. For the day. Hi, welcome. If you're just joining, say hello to me in the comments or drop the pink flower emoji. Hi, Bree. Hello. The fifth element. It's so good to see you here. Alrighty, you all. So let's move on to what it is that we need to know in the upcoming week. For those of you who are just joining at the end, like after I get done with this weekly read, if some of you have questions, I would love to take a few. If some of you all have a specific question that you want to ask, please do so. But also keep in mind, if there's things that, hi, welcome. If there's things that you don't want to ask on live, my links, I do believe they should be below everywhere. The link to my calendar and everything should be below. I also, for those of you who didn't catch the beginning, I also have 40% off of readings. You just have to use the code HERSTORY, okay? Welcome. It's good to see you guys. Alrighty, so let's look into what messages are coming through for next week. Like, what do we need to know? What can we expect? Actually, you know what, y'all? Hold on. I'm gonna cleanse really quickly. Hey, welcome. Is that you, Christy? I miss you. I know you told me when we talked that this week was going to be busy for you, but I definitely miss your face. I definitely miss your face and that beautiful sense of humor you have. It's definitely been missed this week, child. Yep. Okay. I just made sure, Some of y'all have different names on YouTube. It'd be like Hot Girl 92, and I'd be like, which one? I'd be like, which one of y'all is this? Tell me. All right, y'all. I know, right? We'll meet again. We'll meet. I think we'll be back in action, all of us. Some of my babies were just so tired this week, which I completely understand, y'all. I know how it is. I know how it is. All right. Okay. Now I'm ready. I always love to have smoke or incense going while I'm reading. I don't want to go off on one of my tangents here, you guys, but I love smells or sweet smelling things. Okay. So let's take a look into next week. What do we need to know about next week? We can expect. for the collective. Alrighty, let's take a look into next week. Wow. And this is so interesting because, yeah, and I do want to spend some more time just kind of figuring out, the astrology. Thank you for the pink flowers. Okay, so yeah, I want to definitely spend some more time looking into, I guess astrological forecasts. But some of the things, okay, so sleep is something that just keeps coming up in the reading. Okay, so something that everybody really needs to just kind of be aware of and just be mindful of is our body. Okay, something that's going to be really helpful going into the next week. And I'm really getting that this will be something that just is a larger message like over time, but really like grounding ourselves or taking the time to ground ourselves and be present is going to be really important. Just being mindful of what you actually need. Definitely need to get some rest. A lot of you all have somewhat been in grind mode, and really being considerate of like what other people need, and it's more of a familial energy. So it's like your family. For those of you who have children, this also involves like children and you being, in this state of mind where you're like, okay, I gotta provide. But something that's really important is you're gonna also need a certain level of rest. The Four of Swords is a card of rest. And I actually like this particular depiction of this card. Like, I really like it. You can see her in bed, she's resting. But it is a card that usually talks about rest and reflection as well. So something that that's coming across in the reading is like, there's a lot that's changing right now. The reading starts off with the Death card, okay? So there's a lot that's changing right now. There's a lot that's dying in terms of... My husband said, I need more sleep. Hell, I'm sleepy right now. Yeah, you do need to go to bed. But so at the very heart of the matter, it talks about, death being, an essential part of life. Things died, situations died. This could, mean a literal death, but that's not what I'm getting. But what this is really talking about, you all, is that, there's a lot of things that are dying, okay? And there have been things that are dying and transitioning, right? Because this is also a transitioning energy that I'm getting. So there's like a transition, and many of you are just tired from the transitions, okay? Yes, and I am so sorry to hear that. I am so sorry to hear that. My prayers to you and your family. But a lot of us are tired of the transition. Some of us are literally tired of the fight at this time. A lot of us are tired of like, spirit, like, what is the lesson? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what is the lesson? And some of us, have been having a real challenge, as I mentioned, getting our feet on the ground. A lot of us have been having a hard time just laying our feet on the ground and getting organized because of all these major transitions that have been happening, right? So, going into the week is going to be very important to regain focus. But you can't regain focus, when your mind's not clear. You can't when your mind is split, excuse me. You can't regain focus when you're coming from a place sometimes, and unfortunately, like sometimes, I mean, it's a part of life, but sometimes, it's really hard to gain clarity or perspective and things like that when you're leading from a place of like emotion. And as Spirit is also talking about us being honest with ourselves about the ways in which we hold ourselves back going into the next week. Just being honest and confronting our own delusions about, our own illusions about ourselves, and how we have kind of contributed to our own stagnation. Once again, that quote is kind of translating into the next week. Again, what happens to you, also being something that helps shape you. But this is us being honest as we go into next week about the ways in which we've kind of stagnated ourselves, and we've played a role in our own lack of planning and our own neglect of kind of being who we truly are. Our own neglect. Some of you all who are in the audience, watching this, may be natural born leaders or being leaders, and may have, in the past shied away from that, or not been able to sit into that, because once again, our own insecurities, our own emotional biases or blockages, our own, sometimes pity parties that have really held us back in the past from being exactly who it is that we are called to be. So going into the next week, something that's going to be important is, to take inventory, reevaluate, and to gain clarity surrounding what it is that you want to do. Gain clarity and be unapologetic, because one thing about the King of Swords, I like the King of Swords energy. Some people, like to argue that, it's a little bit detached or whatever, but the King of Swords, he has no problem wielding the sword, and he has no problem being unapologetic about his boundaries. He is somebody who has pristine clarity, which is that double air energy, right? He sits on the throne, and it's like the King of Swords can be merciless about, what it is that he wants to accomplish. So with that being said, your reading is talking about just literally being so focused that all of that other stuff doesn't matter. Those transitions, those periods, places, people, things that needed to go, they just had to. They had to, because there's so much good on the other side. Okay, we've got legacies to build. Okay, we've got family to take care of. Once again, we've got, well, I don't have children, but we've got children to take care of, right? And it's going to be a part of us finding a balance into the next week of what works. And I actually really like this, because as the seasons change, you do have to kind of reevaluate how it is that you are spending your time and what you can devote more time to, which also a part of this is also self. I don't know why I can't talk today, but which is also self. We also need to be mindful of our mental health during this time. So, for those of you who are dealing with anxieties, or maybe even have been dealing with depression previously, right now would be a great time for you guys to address that, or start making steps towards, addressing that coming up. Okay. And really finding a balance with it. So those are some things for us to look at going into the next week. She said, facts. So true. I'm happy that it's resonating, Breezy. I know that there were some things in this reading that resonated with me. Okay. Some things that I could definitely be more mindful of. As she says, absolutely. Yes. It's a learning process. I like to say life has a huge learning curve. Okay, life has a huge learning curve, and you're never going to get it 100% right. I'm going to try not to go into a sermon, because y'all know how I am. But, life has a huge learning curve. Okay. And sometimes you are going to get knocked on your ass, and sometimes you are going to make mistakes. The important thing is to not go through life trying not to make mistakes. But the highlight here is what you do after the mistake, you guys. Like, that's it, and that's all. It's very hard to do, But what do you do after the mistakes? After, once you come to a level of awakening, like, oh my God, okay, I played a role in this, or I'm not where I might want to be exactly because of I was doing this, I was addicted to my own self-pity or to my own trauma, then that's the point where you can really start to move forward. It's just picking up the pieces. As I tell my students, we got to hit the ugly cry sometimes. Hit the ugly cry. That's okay. That's okay to do. That's okay to do. He said, preach. Okay, I'm trying not to. Okay, I came on here for the weekly collective message. Oh, I appreciate you. I want to know who this is. Facebook user, reveal yourself. Also, while we're here, you guys, I really want to tell you, I can't believe I forgot to mention this at the beginning of the live. I have mentorship open, and I know that the link for sure is on my link tree, which is below in the description. So if you're interested in kind of, starting your own journey, if you need guidance, you want access to, a community, especially of like-minded students, or you want to learn how to read, definitely join mentorship with me. Join the group below. I have an application. I'll reach out to you. Then we can start working together. We can have monthly consultations, and kind of guide you along your own journey, and finding things that work best for you. So if you are interested in mentorship, the link is below. The way that I have it set up now, I'm pretty much accepting students majority of the time. And, if my schedule allows. So, just if you're interested, join. I'll give you the details and we can kind of go from there. Okay. But right now, I want you guys to gather your questions. Anybody from the audience, if you all have questions right now, definitely drop them in the chat. If there's something that you want me to read on, I'll take a few more. I'll take a few tonight. I got energy. I got a little bit of energy today. So drop a question in the chat. And okay, I got you, Kimberly. Of course, I got you. Also, going back to a few other things, I completely forgot about dropping the link to my free class. But if you are in like my Facebook group, you're on the YouTube community, things like that, you will see it. I have a free class a free class called The Art of War. It's a magical workshop, and it will be hosted on the 28th of the month at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So make sure that you all sign up for that, or let me know if you need the link to sign up, and I will get that to you so that you can participate in the class. Okay. Okay. I got a few questions coming in. For those of you who are also just joining, make sure that you head over to Botanica Venus, my online metaphysical store, all the spiritual products, sacred adornment items, everything on sale right now for 20% off. So make sure you go get, protection, cleansing, prosperity, all of that. Okay. Okay, you all, let's get into some of these questions. Okay. And if you're open, if you feel led, my Cash App is scrolling across the screen if you guys want to leave a love donation. But of course, these readings are free. Okay. Yes. Send me some more energy in the chat. Christy. I'm not about to play with you, but okay. I think I got a couple of questions here, you all. Bear with me. Hold on. Okay. So let's get to some of these questions here. How can I be open to receiving true love? That's a great question. Let's see what I can find here for you, Kimberly. Okay. How can I be open to receiving true love? Let's see. Kimberly wants to know, how can she be open to receiving true love? First of all, I have a question for you, and I'm going to pull a little bit more for you here. And it's like a rhetorical question from spirit, but it's something that you want to investigate. But are you really open to receiving true love? You know, are you open to the possibility? I think that what I'm picking up on here for you is actually a little bit of fear of heartbreak and betrayal. The reading talks about you kind of having an experience where you were betrayed, and really a part of you is actually kind of irritated with the idea of it, in a sense, because you feel like you may have dealt with some extremely immature partners in the past, and that has been something that has really troubled you and kind of carried over into now. Like, you have to reevaluate, are you really open to receiving like true love? You know, like, are you, not about you being serious or anything like that, but healing from the trauma and old ideas of like what you have gone through and what you thought. It would actually be a good idea for you to sit down and make a list of like the things that you want in a partner. I think I may have even told you guys this before, or like in a consultation. You know, I won't go into depth, but you know, I feel like I manifested my husband before I even left the church, right? So it may be something for you to sit down with and write down. Okay, write down, and you know, and think about what it is that you want in a partner. We are not there yet, but something that you may want to focus on is the heart chakra. And also, I know you're gonna be mad at me because this is something that's coming up, is once you tapping into really like that divine feminine receptive energy is going to be something that's really going to open you up to receiving the love. Also, do you pray for love? Right? Do you pray to receive love? Right? Praying and asking and trying to manifest, you know, like the highest vibration of love for you is going to be something that's really important. So, you know, make sure that you're releasing old ideologies and old expectations surrounding love. And this is going to help put you in the right space or alignment with being able to call in what you desire. Okay. So I hope that okay, I'm happy that it resonates. Okay. And this is something that, you know, I would love to assist you with. So you know how to find me, love. You know how to find me. All righty. Let's look at some of these other comments. I'm so tickled by your question, but I'm going to ask, why is this man back over here? Okay, for you, I want to know, like, what brought him back? What brought him back? Okay, why is he here? Do you guys know who Jocelyn Hernandez is? I might be telling on myself about some of the ratchet TV that I watch at times. But Jocelyn Hernandez has this quote that I love. She said, "Ho, why is you here?" And that's the energy that I get from your question. She said, "Ho, why is you here?" And Christy wants to know, why is he here? Why is this man back over here in her life? Okay, let me get into it. Why is he back in her life? Oh, why is you here? Yeah, that is an important question. We'll see. We'll see. Why is he back? Why is he showing back up, Christy? What are his intentions? Spirit. Now, I kid you not. You're welcome, Kimberly. We've got the Lover's card in reverse, the Three of Cups, the Ten of Swords, and he's here for a good time, but not for a long time, if that makes sense. Okay, I hate to be quoting music, but he's here for a good time, not necessarily for a long time. Okay, with the reverse Lover's card being next to the Three of Cups in your reading, also being associated with the verse Ten of Swords, it looks like a possibly stressful situation for you, to be 100% honest. He's here based off of, not anything serious. So I don't necessarily know if that was something that crossed your mind, but this is not a serious energy. It's almost like he's here to just kind of like disturb the peace. This is fun for him. He wants to see like what good he can have, because like when you look at the Three of Cups, this is, three people, they're together, they're enjoying themselves, they're in merriment. And so this is a time for him to be on some, some fuck shit, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? This is really something that could potentially stress you out. So whoever this is, I would highly recommend you putting some space in between it, because to them, it's like, it's a fun energy. It's like, it's a fun energy. This is something that is not super serious for them. Okay. So just be aware that this may be, some immature energy, and he's just here to kind of see what he can get. Okay. So there's that. That's why he's here. He's here for a good time, not a long time. Okay. If you all are enjoying yourselves, make sure you like this video. Go subscribe to the Conjure Corner on YouTube. I'll definitely be more active on YouTube this year. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers, you all. So if you guys can help me get there as a part of my community, let's do it. What is okay, so Breezy wants to know, what is the next major thing coming my way? Okay, let's see what Spirit says. What is the next major thing coming Breezy's way? What is the next major thing coming Breezy's way? The next major thing coming Breezy's way. Hey, you all. I see some new people joining. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, Monique. It's so good to see you here, child. Next major thing coming for you, Breezy. Breezy, you're in the middle of oh, I love this for you. Oh, I love this for you. I love it for you. I love it for you. And I think once you see these cards, you will know why. We've got the High Priestess, the Ten of Cups. I'm loving this energy for you. Okay. And then we've got the Queen of Swords. So I don't know if you are aware of this, and this is something that has come across collectively, okay, as I've mentioned before. But this is a time of awakening for you. If you're not already there, this is something that's going to transpire in your life here pretty soon. You really taking the time to like dedicate yourself to your spirits, and also being able to trust what they said, is something that I really feel like this is already happening. I feel like the energy is shifting already. The gears are kind of clicking for you already. But what you're reading is talking about is like, you know, you really being able to get into to your high priestess energy. And that is through trusting yourself, trusting your intuition, trusting the spirits that are walking with you, and believing that they said what they said. Making sure that you trust your gut is something that's already kind of coming in, you know. So what's happening next for you is there's a spiritual shift that's already happening in you, and it is very much within self. This is such a lovely energy because it's talking about your happiness and your validation and things, like literally coming from within yourself. And so that's a huge win for you. And because you are so in tune and coming into this awakening and being so true to yourself and what you know to be true, girl, this is going to call in, you know, we know what this card is, okay? We know what the 10 of Cups is, but this is going to call in literally like your cups being filled. This is going to call in the abundance and the things of your dream. This is also you being able to provide, you know, for your children. And also Queen of Swords being in your reading, being somebody who has, because you have done the proper inner work, because you have spent time alone and in seclusion and getting in tune with yourself and what it is that you want, you're going to reach a level of clarity also about like what to do next, you know, what to do next from the time of, you know, of prosperity, of things shifting for you. So this is a very big thing for you, but you're going to gain a lot of clarity, and you're going to just also be really unapologetic and unbothered about how your happiness feels to other people. You're going to be a lot less concerned with like, I hope this doesn't sound so mean, but other people's feelings about what it is that you want. You're going to be able to really sit in that Queen of Swords energy and not care about appearing mean, you know, and just being able to respect, because the High Priestess respects, you know, what it is that she knows and the information that she carries. So this is also, I think, going to be something that's very Queen of Swords also carries sometimes like the energy of business, you know, a wise woman in life that has kind of been through a lot. So you're going to gain a perspective and really stand on what you know. I really do believe you're going to be out in the public more, but more confident in that, and being okay, not caring about what other people feel about you being out there. Okay. So that's what's coming up next for you, Breezy. If you all are enjoying this reading, share the video, like, subscribe, ciao. Bear with me, you. I have to scroll back up to see some of these comments and the questions. Is the father of my child really in love with me? Okay. This is one that I would love to do. Okay, is the father of my child really in love with me? Let's see here. I may pull a few extra cards. The father of my child really in love with me here. Father of the child really in love with them. Okay, bear with me, you all. I got another question. Okay, so is the father of my child really in love with me? All right, let's see. And I apologize, you all. I'm shuffling a lot today. These cards are really stiff. This isn't the deck that I usually use, but I've been vibing with it lately. I really like it. Okay. So what I'm getting here, so your answer is quite loaded. One thing that's coming across in terms of if this person is in love with you. So being 100% honest, like none of these cards indicate love. Okay. None of them indicate love, but this is more so displaying this person's mindset in terms of like everything. There's something here with the Justice card being present at the very front of your reading. This person, they may go back and forth on how they feel about you in terms of like the relationship, but also in terms, they go back and forth on terms of, well, how they feel about you. Okay, let me say that they go back and forth on terms of how they feel about you. But there's something here with this particular person and or relationship that there's a lesson that you need to learn. There's like a karmic energy or lesson that you need to learn surrounding why this reading not this reading, but why this connection or relationship hasn't really been able to go anywhere specifically, like in the ways that you want it. And the reason why I say that, we've got the Justice card, we've got the reverse Page of Wands, and then we've got the reverse Three of Wands. And all of these cards talking about like things kind of being at a standstill. But this is also confirmed, like with the reverse Six of Swords being in your reading, it's almost like an energy of like being stuck. This person may feel like they are stuck more than anything, and really also kind of maybe having an attitude around that stuck feeling. What you're reading is also talking about is like there's more obligations at the forefront rather than love. Okay, so this person is more so focused on like obligation and other things other than the concept of like being in love with you. So based off of your reading, I would have to say no. Okay, I hope that helps, love. Alrighty, so I'm going to do a few more here. So bear with me. Bear with me here, you guys. I got to scroll up to kind of see the questions, but let me know if you all are enjoying the live. So take no prisoners. This is a really good question. And because it is so personal, I really want to respect your privacy and not answer this particular question on live. But if you send me a message or book on my calendar, I would love to answer this question for you because it is, really sensitive. Kimberly said the Puerto Rican princess. Yes. Terrible. Is there anything my ancestors want me to know? Let me do that one really quickly and see. If you're still here, I'm going to go ahead and do the question. Let me know if you're still here because I know I have to scroll up quite a bit there. You all. Oh, so we have some new viewers. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Is there anything that your ancestors want you to know during this time? What do your ancestors want you to know, Spirit? Can you give me a general message for her? Want her to know at this time. Alrighty. Let's get into it. There's something that you need to walk away from. There's something in your life that you literally need to walk away from. But I'm picking up a little bit of fear as to why you don't want to walk away from that particular situation. Whatever this is that they're telling you to walk away from, there's like resistance on your part in a way of like you not really wanting to do that. So we have the Eight of Cups, right? Also followed by the reverse Emperor. I don't know if you guys can see my cards. Okay, yes. Followed by the reverse Emperor and the reverse Five of Pentacles. Now, what this is talking about here, you all, is you literally leaving something behind. And that's important because with the Eight of Cups, once you get to that point, there's been a lot of effort and a lot that has gone into before you get to that point of where you literally like, and you see in this image of someone literally just like backpacking it away and turning their back on a specific thing. Now, with the Emperor being in reverse, it's almost like you feel like you like there's an issue with like your ancestors are talking about you not being like grounded enough to, or setting the boundary within self to be able to like fight and like leave. One thing about the Five of Pentacles, that is a card of like, you feeling lost. I feel like, emotional pain and, a sense of loss or isolation surrounding it. But also when the Five of Pentacles is in reverse, that also talks about things eventually being okay. Okay. So whatever this is, in your life that you're not wanting to leave, your ancestors are wanting you to leave it. And even though it's the Emperor in reverse, you're still the Emperor, right? There's that potential to be, the Emperor is someone who wears armor. This is a strategy energy. This is a leader. It's a strong, it has that masculine energy within it as well. So you're still that, okay? You're still that. In the sense, and it's important for you to be able to know that and to get comfortable with it and like literally just trusting the fact that they're saying like leave, turn your back on it. Okay, turn your back on like whatever it is that's not serving you, and just let it go. Even if it does break your heart or you feel this momentary loss or isolation, you're gonna be okay. Okay, because one thing in the tarot system, I know my students tired of me talking about how the tarot system tells a story, but it does, okay? Because after the Five of Pentacles, there is the Six of Pentacles, okay? Which means that there is help and support and charity on the way. You just have to believe it, okay? I hope that resonates. I hope it resonates. Hey, welcome. Thank you all for the stars. Yes, send me stars on Facebook. That's legit. I remember somebody thinking that was a scam. No, if my page tells you to leave me stars, yes, that's another way for me to make money on social media. But, you're always free to, if you don't want to do that. My Cash App is $Botanica Venus if you want to leave a love offering, okay? So I have another question here. And then after this one, I will do one more, okay? I'll do one more. But I have another question. Dage wants to know, what can I expect from my new career path I'll be starting? So this is a good question. If you all are enjoying, make sure you subscribe to the Conjure Corner on YouTube. Tell other people to subscribe as well. Share this video. It's free. Alrighty. So Dage wants to know, what can she expect going on her new career path? And you know what? Let me get some Florida water here. You're so welcome. I'm very happy that resonated for you. Very happy that resonated for you. Alrighty. So let's get into it. All right. So what can Dej expect going into her new career? What does she need to know about that? And Dej, I don't know if you're still here, but let me know. Okay. Okay. So Dej, you know that I love you, but the spirits are about to read you for filth. And I'm just the messenger. Okay. So what your reading talks about is that this actually could be something that is very successful for you. Okay. There's a lot of opportunity in this field for you. There's a potential success. There's opportunity. All of the things that you're thinking about, it can go there. Okay. But your biggest obstacle is going to be you in this process. Okay. We've got the Queen of Wands, the reverse Eight of Cups, and the reverse Seven of Wands. So what you're reading is talking about is that there's success there. And I do like that you are showing up as the Queen of Wands, because this is an energy of a woman who is charismatic. She is the life of the party. She's a businesswoman, and she's also an entrepreneur. Okay. But she also believes that she knows that she's an entrepreneur. So something that's going to have to be, that you are going to have to get comfortable with is starting to believe those things and not trying to quit. Okay, because we got the reverse Eight of Cups, and that also talks about maybe not just leaving something just yet. Seven of Wands reverse talks about giving up. You can't give up. You can't give up. Your spirits are literally talking about you. Yeah, you could be this. You could be successful at that. And you could even be an entrepreneur that makes a lot of money with the Queen of Wands and that people are really attracted to. But they're talking about whatever it is that you want to do in business, you cannot give up. With the Seven of Wands being in this particular placement, it talks about defeat, giving up, giving in, and getting off of your losing your footing in the situation. So what they're really talking about is like, yes, okay, yeah, we can you can expect success. We can expect you to be on this journey of evolution into the Queen of Wands, but where's the fight at though? Okay, because when the Seven of Wands is upright, this is somebody really, standing their ground, standing in their territory, even in the midst of conflict, even in the midst of controversy. This person is up there fighting with their stick. Okay. And Nina, I mentioned she looks cute too in this deck too. You see her in her little outfit looking cute, fighting off the adversary. But in your reading, this is talking about, like you kind of giving into that and giving way to that energy. Okay. So spirit, if this is something that you want to do, and I feel like this is something that translates across the board, whatever it is what you want to do, you have to just do it. And you have to believe that you are indeed that bitch, because the Queen of Wands, when she's upright and stuff, she operates in the energy of she's that bitch. That's why a lot of people fuck with her. Okay. So embodying that energy and taking it. Okay. Alrighty, you guys. So I know I saw another one here that I'm going to do. Wait, did I do them all? Let me see. Is there anything? I thought that there was another one after that. Oh, yeah, because I did that one. Okay. Okay. Alrighty, so last one for the night. I'll do Chan Chan. I hope that's how you say your name. I'm sorry if I mispronounced it, you all. Okay. What can I do to start attracting love? Let's do that one. And then I'm out for the night. And you all will see me next week. So make sure that you all come back. The links to, like I said, everything, the mentorship, readings are all in the comments. I also have a community on Discord of phenomenal women, priestesses, My godchildren are there as well. If you want to start connecting and just join a community of like-minded individuals, go to my Patreon and join the Secret Society. Okay. The Secret Society is a good way for us to connect as well, and you to just have access to a community. Okay. So join Patreon and go to the Secret Society as well. Okay. But Chan, if you are still there, my last question of the night is going to be, what can you do to start attracting new love? Okay. To start attracting new love. Attracting new love, okay? So something that I wanted to say, something that I wanted to say is like love in what sense, as I was shuffling the cards. So love in what sense, gaining and that's also confirmed by like the Page of Swords. Like this is somebody who, is really perceptive. Typically they're very good at connecting the dots and everything. So first of all, just shifting the mental a little bit, which is understandable, kind of towards like what it is that you want. But then we also have the Devil card and the Empress card. You are, comfortable with your divine feminine, and attracting and being in a state where you're like really ready for those things. But there's like a and one of my old pastors used to say this, but there's like a renewing of the mind that kind of has to happen. You guys, is my connection good? I want to know before I go on. I think because the connection has been a little bit shaky in my area for a few weeks. So let me know if you guys can still hear me before I proceed. Meanwhile, I'm going to clarify this devil card. Okay, it is now. Okay, I figured. That's what I thought. I'm like, my connection has been a little shaky. It may be time for me to just get off. I really need to have my internet looked at because it's been acting crazy. So yeah. Okay, so so a couple of pieces of advice for you is to just like be free and don't be afraid to kind of go after it. Go after what it is that you want. To be honest, based off your reading, I don't see any problems like why you're not attracting. You have the potential to do so. Very much in alignment with the energy of receptivity, but something that's coming through is making sure time, that you have the time to be able to devote to the romantic love, and to even dating. But also there's something here that's also like very freeing for you. So this also talks about releasing yourself from, if there's certain people or group or whatever that in your mind you feel like you can't go after, or mentally you feel like you know something there that makes you feel like I can't have it, or I don't usually do it. A piece of information that's coming through is to change that up and to try it, go after, even if you may have concerns like, oh, if I could do this, or if you're uncertain about whether or not you'll be successful, it's still important for you to do it and be able to devote time to it. Also, something else is going to help is like you making sure that you spend more time towards the romantic side of things, instead of like vices. I don't know why that's coming up here, but making sure that you devote time towards, being able to date and changing your mindset and understanding that you can have what you want. That's important for you to understand with the Empress. She is a woman, she's just all this radiating, luxurious, Venusian, romantic energy, X, Y, and Z. So that's who you are. You just have to be able to utilize that energy in a way that's productive for you, and coming to terms with that you can have what you want, because this is also an energy of like understanding that you can't have what you want, if that makes sense. So don't limit yourself, because the devil card also talks about ways in which we limit ourselves, and you don't have to limit yourself in terms of like seeking love. Okay, so I hope that resonates and that's helpful for you. Okay. And also, I see you in the comments. Take no prisoners. Don't worry, I've got your comment, so I've got you. So that wraps it up. I think I answered literally all of the questions today, and we've been on here for like an hour, but I appreciate you all pulling up. Hopefully we'll be able to meet more frequently. Like I said, I'll definitely be back online coming up next week for sure. So as always, you all know how to reach me. My links are below in the comments. I would love to have you all, if you're interested, like I said, in either working with me or potentially joining mentorship, or even if you need readings or need some spiritual products for yourself. All of that's below in the description. But you all have a wonderful night, and you all take care.